How do you get in better shape than 99% of the population? Well, you came to the right place. Most people, when you try to figure this answer out, will tell you something along the lines of, oh, you just need to have, the perfect parents because you need to have good genetics. And you need to have a lot of money. That way you can get all the supplements. That way you can, get all the blood panels. That way you can work out for your specific blood type. And you need to do red light sauna. And you need to do this recovery protocol. That's all bullshit. And you will typically hear this information, that advice from people who aren't even in shape themselves. So you don't need perfect genetics. You literally just need to do what 99% of the population isn't doing. And just add a few extra things. And when you break it down like that, it makes so much sense. Because if you want something that only 1% of the population has, what makes you think you're gonna get that by not doing what the 1% is doing? And by continuing to do what the 99% do? That makes no fucking sense. And if you think that this is some shortcut, or you're gonna get a 1% physique by not having to put in work, or not having to do things, you're an idiot and you can go ahead and click off this video. But if you're actually dedicated and know that you're meant for more and you want a physique that you can truly be proud of and you can take off your shirt and be like, fuck man, I worked for this shit. And I'm so proud of the work I put into the gym, the work I put into my body when I'm cooking healthy meals and when I'm eating clean, and I can see that reflected in the mirror, then this video is for you, okay? So just to kind of show you guys my starting point, this right here, this is not elite fucking genetics. This is not Arnold genetics. This is not John Jones genetics. This is a frail little Colombian Hispanic boy genetics. I think I weighed less than 120 pounds right there. And I was about 5'6", maybe 5'7". It was right before I moved to LA. Okay, and this was me at my heaviest because I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, well, you were never overweight. You don't understand. Yes, I was, motherfucker. This was me peak dirty bulking where I developed an entire binge eating disorder and I was just eating whatever the fuck. I was eating fast food 4 or 5 times a day. So I have been both a scrawny fuck and I've been a fat fuck. And I understand how to get in shape. This is me at my best physique. This was me probably right before my show, like fully shredded, striations, veins everywhere, right? That's my best physique. So how do you get a 1% physique? Well, the answer is pretty simple. We're gonna break this down into a few parts. The first thing I wanna talk about is mindset. And I touched a little bit about this just now, but you have to understand, again, if you want a 1% physique, this is going to require work. This is going to require dedication, and you are going to have to make sacrifices. And if you're not willing to do those things, then you're never gonna have a 1% physique and you can click off this video. But again, like I said, if this is really important to you and you want a physique that you can be proud of, one that carries respect, one that other people look up to and they're like, wow, I wanna look like that guy one day. Wow, like he inspires me to start going to the gym. He inspires me to eat healthier. And I have people like that in my life where I'm like, dude, like there's levels to this shit. I wanna keep eating healthy. I want to keep tracking my macros. I want to keep going to the gym and hit it even harder. You want to be that motherfucker. Why would you want to be the motherfucker where people look at you and they're like, that's definitely where I don't want to end up. That's what'll happen if I eat one too many Krispy Kremes. That's what'll happen if I start drinking booze every day. That's what'll happen if I'm not hitting the gym anymore. So why would you ever want to be that person, the one who you're the example of what not to be? Don't you want to be the person that inspires others to better themselves, that inspires others to be healthier and live longer? And this isn't even like some vain shit, because some people will be like, oh, well, Sebastian, you're judging fat people simply based off how they look. Being fat isn't just how you look. It's an entire state of mind, because again, I've been overweight. It's an entire state of mind and it's contagious. It's not taking care of your health. It is not healthy to be fat. So even if you take that aside of like the vanity of it, of like you just want to look good for abs, if you just take away the vanity and realize that being fat isn't healthy, you're going to understand why you should never strive to be a fat person and why you should never want to be in that position. You should want to lead others to take better care of themselves, to be healthy, to want to make an impact in the world. Because it's like a domino effect. And I see this firsthand as a coach. I've coached clients who then tell me, hey, Sebastian, my parents started working out. My dad got a gym membership and my mom got a gym membership. Do you know how fucking proud that makes me? And it makes me realize like what I'm doing is actually very fucking important, right? It's so fucking crucial to take care of your health. Because guess what? You're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the people that you care most about. Your family, your dad, your mom, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your close friends, your best friends. You're doing it for those people. They look up to you, whether you realize it or not. You may not notice it, but whenever they look at you, they see what you eat on a daily basis. They see if you're going to the gym or skipping it. They see if you're putting water into your body instead of alcohol. They see all of these things. And so people don't listen to what you tell them to do. They don't listen to what you say, right? Like I can tell you everything I'm about to tell you, but it comes from actually seeing it, seeing someone in your life. That's when I've made the biggest changes. When I see someone who's jacked, when I see someone who eats clean, I'm like, I want to be like that person. It mainly comes from that. And this is why whenever healthy parents have kids, their kids tend to be healthy. And those kids' kids tend to be healthy. And then you see it vice versa. An alcoholic. Two alcoholics tend to, they have kids and their kids tend to be alcoholics. And it's like this vicious cycle. Same thing with overweight people. They have bad eating habits that they put onto their kids, and then their kids end up fat with diabetes, with terrible health conditions. And then those kids have those same medical conditions. So you have to understand that this isn't just about, oh, I want to, see my abs. Oh, I want to look amazing. Like, yes, you are going to look amazing. That's fucking incredible. But you also have to have the mindset that this is for a much more important purpose. That you have a bigger goal. That you want to be healthy and that you want to inspire the people around you. And I find that when you come into it with that mindset, it is going to help you, propel you so much further. Because guess what? Those days that you don't feel like going to the gym, it's not just, oh, if I skip the gym, then I'll have to do extra cardio so I can, cut down body fat and see my abs. It'll be, oh, I can't skip the gym today because I have my brother counting on me. I have my dad who looks up to me. I have my mom who's starting to go to the gym because of me. Do I really want to let those people that I care so much about down? So understand that the mindset that this is going to require to have 1% physique isn't just about fucking vanity. It's not just about, oh, I want to get fucking shredded with abs. Yes, that's great, and you're going to feel like a beast, right? But it's also about understanding that you want to be the jacked figure, the person that people look up to and they aspire to be like, because they want to be healthy, they want to be respected, they want to be strong just like you. And that mindset will take you so much fucking further. And now that we've spoken about the mindset, a lot of people are just like, okay, Sebastian, tell me what to do. How many times do I need to go to the gym? How much should I be eating? What food should I be eating? The first thing that you need to focus on is what the hell should you not be doing? Because this right here will separate you so much. This is going to instantly take your physique to the next level without requiring a whole new gym routine, without requiring a whole new meal plan. It's just about what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to not do? Are you willing to not drink every fucking weekend? Because guess what? Alcohol is going to destroy your gains. It's going to make recovery a much worse process. And are you willing to give up weed, marijuana? Because every time you smoke that shit, you get the munchies and you end up binge eating. You end up going through the drive-thru. You end up getting lazy, not feeling like going to the gym. It's about what not to do as well. Like there's things that you're going to be doing, yes, but what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up unhealthy food, fast food? Are you willing to give that shit up? That way you can start eating healthy and actually putting things that are going to make you feel better, that are going to make your physique stand out, that are going to give you energy to go to the gym. Why do you think every time that you eat like shit, you instantly feel groggy, you instantly feel lethargic? It always comes with a regret. Like especially me who struggled with binge eating, I never finished an entire pizza and was like, wow, I'm so happy I did that. It tasted so good. You know what I was thinking instead? Fuck, I feel like a fat pig right now. I feel like a piece of shit. And now my stomach hurts. I feel bloated. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I feel slow. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to talk to my mom on the phone. Is that how you feel after you eat? And so if you understand that there's things in your life like alcohol, like junk food, like weed that holds you back and they don't help you become that person you're meant to become, why the fuck are you still doing them? Why the fuck do you keep going back to those things that bring you negativity, that bring you down, that numb you, that don't do shit for you? Why do you keep going back to the things that bring you pain? That's a fucking question right there. Why do you keep going back to those things? So you have to understand, it's not just about what you're going to be doing, but what are you willing not to do? What are you willing to give up? Because like I said, that is going to be crucial. And that in itself is going to separate you so much. Just the fact that you don't drink, just the fact that you don't smoke, just the fact that you don't eat fast food every fucking day like all your friends or all your family members. Just the fact that you don't do those things is going to make your physique stand out that much more. You're going to start to cut down on body fat every single week. Because guess what? Alcohol has empty calories. That fast food you've been eating every day adds up thousands and thousands of calories. So when you're willing to cut that out of your life, you're going to see how you begin to change so fucking quickly. And like I said, when you start eating healthier, you're going to realize, like, dude, I feel so much better. I feel energized. I feel strong. Like, I can think so much more clearly. I don't feel bogged down by eating fast food. And that's going to help you get to the gym. That's going to help you take more daily walks, go outside. That's going to help you socialize and meet with new people that are healthy, and maybe they can take you to that next level. I'm not even going to get into it, but if you're ever at a point in your life where you're feeling depressed, I would just ask you one question. What does your diet look like? And then maybe I would ask you, what are you doing day to day, like your workouts, right? But your diet has such a huge fucking effect on how you are, not just physically, but mentally. It affects your performance in every single aspect. So again, first it's about the mindset of understanding you're not just doing this to look good, but you're doing this because you want a physique that you can be proud of. You want a physique that inspires other people to strive for more. And you don't want to be a bad example. You want to be a great fucking example of a leader. All right? And then again, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to cut out? And now that you've done all of that, that's going to make your life so much easier. Because now it's about what are you going to actually do? Well, first, you're going to get into a consistent gym routine. Okay? Don't fucking opt for a home workout. I always get messages, people telling me like, oh, can't I just do some home workouts? No, you lazy fuck. Get a gym membership, dude. It's $10 fucking at Planet Fitness if you can't afford one, right? And really, you should be focusing on your finances as well. You should be making more money. But that's for another video. Regardless, listen, yes, get a gym membership because you're going to want to consistently start going 4 to 5 times a week. All right, you want to start with lifting weights. You want to use weight that actually pushes you. Don't be picking up the baby weights. Unless you're like a really frail person and you're starting out to build some strength, sure, start with the baby weights. Right? But if you're a bigger guy, you're overweight, use some fucking heavy weight. Use that fat that you have on your body to help you push some heavy fucking weight. Every time I start with an obese client, they can deadlift 415. They can fucking squat 315. So use that fat that you have on your body to your advantage and pick up some heavy ass weight. Why do you want to be lifting? Well, because you want to build muscle. Muscle is going to make your physique stand out, and it's going to make you look so much better. And guess what? It's also going to improve your metabolism. That way you can ingest more calories, you can intake more calories, and you're going to burn them at rest because your metabolism is going to increase the more muscle you have. So you want to make muscle building a priority. You also want to add in some cardio. Okay, you can do something like LISS, which is just low intensity, steady state cardio. The 12-3-30 method. You grab a treadmill, set at 12 incline for 3 speed, 30 minutes. That's going to burn about 300 to 400 calories, okay? And if you have absolutely no clue what workouts you should be doing, how to target your chest, how to target your shoulders, don't worry. You don't have an excuse because I have an entirely free workout guide in the description. Okay, it's a free workout PDF. I used to sell it for $30, but I give it out now to people for free. Why? Well, because first off, I want everybody to get in shape, but also I want you to say, wow, this is really fucking good. I wonder what this guy's paid coaching is like. If this little booklet can get me results, imagine what this dude's paid coaching is gonna do for me. That's literally me being honest to you. If my free product is that good, then hopefully you'll want me as your coach, right? So you don't have the excuse of like, oh, I don't know what workouts to do. Now you do. Now, when it comes to your diet, this is gonna be huge, okay? Again, we first talked about what you should be cutting out. Alcohol, weed, that's not really like calories, but still it's gonna make you hungry as fuck. So cut out alcohol, cut out weed, and cut out fast food, or at least try to reduce it as much as you can, okay? So if you're going to eat fast food every day, try to cut it down to once a week, okay? Instead of just like going, every fucking day, just cut it down as much as you can. And then eventually you want to reduce it as much as possible. All right. Now, when it comes to what you should actually be eating, you want to focus on clean, whole foods. So, when it comes to protein, stuff like chicken, turkey, beef, steak, anything that comes from earth, anything natural is probably a good option for you. You want to be majority cooking at home because those foods are going to make you feel the best. They're not going to leave you bloated. They're not going to make you feel like shit. And in fact, they're actually going to give you energy to conquer your day. So again, protein, focus on chicken, beef, steak, tilapia, salmon. When it comes to carbohydrates, you can do something like white rice, brown rice. Potatoes are a great option. They really help you feel full. You can just make them in the air fryer. Something like quinoa. You also want to make sure you have some healthy fats in there. Okay, so stuff like avocado, nut butters, stuff like nuts. And then also you don't want to forget your fruits and veggies because fruits have a lot of micronutrients that again are going to help you feel really good, that are going to help you feel satiated. So make sure you're not forgetting your fruits. So I really like strawberries, grapes, watermelon. When it comes to veggies, you also want to make sure you're incorporating veggies again for nutrients, but also they really help you feel full. So if you're someone who like every time you eat and you're like, fuck, I could go for another plate, start loading up on veggies. Start having some broccoli in there, some asparagus, some steamed carrots in there. And then once you finish that plate with all those veggies, you're gonna be like, wow, I actually feel full. Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like what we've been taught since we were kids is it actually fucking works, right? So start to load up your plates with those clean, whole foods. And I would say your diet has to be 80% clean whole foods. And then yes, you can have a little bit more freedom. That way you're not miserable. You also don't want to jump into this cold turkey because me, myself, as someone who has struggled with binge eating in the past, I understand that you can't just take an obese person and be like, dude, you're never going to eat fast food again. And you have to eat chicken breast, rice, and broccoli for the rest of your life. They'd be miserable and they would fall off track and then end up binge eating and gaining all the weight back. So it's better to kind of start off with the reduction mindset of like, okay, I'm not going to eat fast food every day. I'm just going to have it once a week. I'm not going to eat, this Twinkie every fucking day. I'll just have it once a week, right? So 80% of your foods should be clean whole foods. 20% have a little bit more freedom. Again, guys, this is going to take work. You have to understand, like I said, if you want a 1% physique, you have to do what 1% of the population is doing, which is going to the gym on a consistent basis, which is not drinking, which is not smoking weed, which is not eating like shit every fucking day. They're not sitting on the couch all day, not doing anything. They're getting up and going for multiple walks. They're doing things that improve their health. So this is going to take work. And that's why I always like to start with the mindset. Because guys, if you don't have the mindset, you don't have anything. You could be doing all of this for a week. You could be perfect. Picture perfect. You could be going to the gym every day. You could be eating healthy every day. But if your mindset breaks on the second week and you give up on yourself, what's the point? So it's so fucking important. Like literally, guys, I know this sounds corny, but set out like a journal or a planner or a piece of paper and get a fucking pen or a Sharpie, whatever. Or maybe you have a whiteboard. I know I have a whiteboard. And be intentional. Write down your goals. I will lose 100 pounds this year. I will commit to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. No, actually just make it a single number. I will commit to go to the gym 5 times a week. I will eat healthy every single day. I will not exceed this amount of calories. I will eat veggies every single day. Because when you write it down, you're so much more intentional. And then also write down what you're doing this for. I am doing this so that I can see my abs. I am doing this so that my kids are proud of me. I am doing this so that I can inspire my family and friends to start working out. I am doing this so I can be on this earth longer, so that I can meet my grandchildren and get to run around with them and not be sitting in a fucking rocking chair just watching them play. And they're telling me, "Grandpa, come play with us." And you're like, "Oh, I can't." Fuck that, dude. Be the jacked grandpa. Be the jacked individual that runs around with your fucking grandchildren one day. And you live an extra 10, 15, maybe even 20 years because you put yourself first and you put your fucking health first. Be intentional with these goals that you write down. Because guess what? Those days that you feel like not going to the gym, those days you're like, wow, I could really use some Jack in the Box. I could really go to the McDonald's drive-thru. Put that piece of paper on the fucking fridge and stare at it. And remind yourself why you started this in the first place. Because like I said, guys, you could have everything. You could be doing everything correctly. You could have the gym membership. You could have all the money in the world. But you never have your health if you don't have this, if you don't have your mindset. If your mindset crumbles, you're going to crumble on your diet. You're going to crumble on the gym routine, on the gym plan. And you're going to crumble on the people that look up to you. So solidify this first. Set goals that inspire you, that wake you up out of bed, that give you purpose, and that way you don't give up on yourself. And it's not even just about giving up on yourself, because if you give up, motherfucker, you give up on all the people that look up to you. And that's a sad existence. That's a sad fucking life. So I know this video was a bit more serious and kind of like a kick in the ass than my other videos, but sometimes that's what people need to fucking hear. That's what you need to hear. So if you actually want that 1% physique, it's going to take work. Solidify the mindset. Cut out all the shit that brings you pain and is not helping you in the slightest. Also, that includes toxic fucking friends who don't do shit with their lives. Cut those motherfuckers out too, because they're just holding you back. And then add in those things like start going to the gym consistently. Start doing cardio consistently. Start eating clean whole foods consistently. And then have those goals that help you stay consistent with this so you don't crumble and so you don't give up on yourself. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. And if you want my one-on-one support to help you stop binge eating, stop overeating, and finally get in the best shape of your life, and will solidify rock solid nutrition habits into you, that way you can have a physique you're actually proud of that inspires other people, click the first link in the description and we'll get you in the best shape of your life with the Binge Breakthrough Academy. And like I said, you have no fucking excuses. I have my free workout guide in the description as well. That'll give you a very solid understanding of what you should be doing in the gym in terms of weights, in terms of cardio, in terms of recovery. So don't neglect that. Grab your free workout guide and I will see you in the next video.